Hi, my name is Dale Mafood. I'm faculty sponsor at Western High School, and I have been doing it at Western for the last 2 years. So actually, I used to be a faculty sponsor at Nova Middle School quite a few years ago, and I did that for about 4 years. I took that over from another teacher, and that was just a great experience. And then I got a job at Western High School, and it was about, I don't know, 8-10 years that I didn't do first priority, and I'd drop in once in a while and encourage the teacher sponsor. But then he left, and long story short, I had a lot of responsibility, and I was struggling with whether I should do it or not. And 1 year went by, and I struggled back and forth. And then on the way to work at the beginning of last school year, I'm wrestling with the Lord, and then finally I say, you know what, Lord, I'll do it. And my heart was right about it at that point. And then lo and behold, that day I have 2 different students at different times of the day, independently of one another, come up to me and say, hey, Mr. Mafood, would you be the faculty sponsor for first priority? And my immediate answer was yes, and I was really happy about it. And it was a great year yet last year, just incredible. The kids at First Priority, they're just amazing. I've seen them just take leadership. I remember the beginning of last year when I took over the club, Steve Champagne came in and he trained the kids, and just to see how they took that training, they took off with it, and they began leading the club, and many of them would give the teaching time, and I was very impressed with them. And then they began inviting me one by one to come and hear them teach at their youth groups. So first I was going to local youth group. I'd show up every once in a while to hear them teach. Both my wife and I, we were just blown away by how incredible these kids were, and just the youth ministry in general. And then we got invited to go to Vertical Church and hear somebody speak, one of the students speak there. Just amazing to see how well they did in speaking, but not only that, in rallying around, leading the club, leading the students there to invite people to share the gospel. It's just really incredible. And then even this year, as you know, many of the leaders from last year moved on to college. The other kids, some of them a little more quiet and reserved than the kids last year, but just as passionate for Jesus, just as passionate for building the club and leading the club. I am so privileged and have been personally so blessed by leading the club, or not leading the club, sponsoring the club these last 2 years.